Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to my Game of Thrones Total War House Lannister campaign on the War of the Five Kings scenario. We're going to be playing on the enhanced mod here today, which adds dozens of new custom characters and settlements. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to check out the mod. So here today, we're going to be doing a full campaign in one video with the challenge of eliminating the 4 false kings, Robb Stark, Balon Greyjoy, and Renly and Stannis Baratheon, trying to occupy their capitals. If I don't, I'll consider this video challenge a failure. So, I hope you guys enjoy. So we're playing as House Lannister, known for their vast wealth of gold, well, and that other medieval thing. So early on, what we want to try and focus on is protecting my grandson Joffrey Baratheon, ensuring that he's the one true king of Westeros, and we want to try and keep him alive as long as we can in this campaign and protect King's Landing. So I just want to do a quick toggle flow here because I want to show you guys the campaign map, and then we'll turn it back off. I want to show you guys the custom settlement models. So we've got King's Landing here. This is the same map that we used in my World of Ice and Fire modded campaign. So we've got Harrenhal, the Twins, and Winterfell to the north. We're playing on very hard, of course. Here's the Night's Watch at the wall. We've got Hightower. We've also got Eastern settlements that have models as well. Mir, Pentos, and Bravos and its statue. So we're currently allied with Joffrey. We're at war with the Boltons. We're even at war with the Tyrells, which is a little bit unfair. So we've got Lancel and Tyrek near King's Landing, so we'll rally these two up. So we have 2 armies with Marbrand and Jaime, and another 2 with Tywin. So I think pushing forward to Wayfarer's Rest is probably the play with Marbrand and Jaime Lannister. So there's a full stack there. Oh, what? Why does Robb Stark spawn there? Okay. Yeah. This is not how the show went. We might be able to eliminate Robb Stark in turn 2. So the young wolf is hiding inside. We're going to drag him out. So this should be a really good fight. Jaime Lannister, Adam Marbrand, and Robb Stark. Well, let's go. Okay. So here is Jaime Lannister and Adam Marbrand. The Starks have formed up in a 3-bank defensive position, and here are the units. It's a shame these mods took so long to get made. Like, the show kind of died before all the fantastic mods came out. And here he is, Robb Stark, the King of the North. Okay, my cavalry is engaging on their left flank, and we've sent Adam Marbrand and my cavalry to try and snipe Robb Stark. We're trebucheting the main Stark force. Adam Marbrand is engaging Robb Stark's cavalry. The main Stark force is pushing up to engage us now. And Robb Stark has been killed. The Lannister bowmen are firing off, and Jaime's just holding the main line. They're probably going to charge us. They're slowly moving up. Our reinforcements have arrived. So Marbrand spearmen are going to engage some of the mountain folk. Oh. Decent flaming volley. And we've killed Capstan and Ramsay as well. The Stark heavy cavalry is going to charge in. We've got to watch out for that. We've lost 12% to their 16. But 1 king down. Still a lot more to go. And their capitals. Hold. So Jaime Lannister, in this alternative timeline, didn't get captured. Where did he get captured? Was it the Battle of the Green Fork? I can't remember where he got specifically captured in. But we're doing alright here so far. We're just bracing against the Starks. This army build isn't as good as theirs. They've got a lot of decent heavy units. They just don't have the numbers compared to us, which is realistic. Tywin's got the better force, the heart and soul of the Westerland army. So what we want to try and do for this campaign is throw out the Stark forces in the Riverlands. We'll try and take that as quick as possible. Although Harrenhal and Riverrun are not sort of challenge objectives, getting them under our belt will give us good wealth and control of the Riverlands. We also need to build an army to go to the Iron Islands. And they have a lot of forces in the north as well. Clear victory. We'll take that. Robb Stark is dead. The Stark leader is no more. Perfect. We can occupy Wayfarer's Rest now. And Kevin can go and take Acorn Hall, our first victory against the Tullys. And the King of Storm End has been officially declared. Okay, we were already at war with them. I thought he technically already declared, but that's okay. We're sieging out Riverrun now. And the Martells and the Targaryens are at war with them. Interesting. I'm curious to see how well the other houses and factions do in this. So Edmure's inside. I think we'll auto-resolve this one. Clear victory. Oh my god, we managed to take Edmure out as well. I do want to try and play a battle against every faction we're at war with, at least once or twice. So we will have more battles. Okay, Kevin is sieging out Brynden the Blackfish in this fort. Look, you know what? We'll fight this one. This can be our first battle with Kevin and against the Tully forces. It's actually quite a fortified defensive position. Forts in medieval aren't usually this impervious. So we got Westerland Swordsman. Gregor Clegane is with Kevin as well, so he's brought some of his House Clegane units. But here are the fish scale Tullys. I think some of the models are actually from Seven Kingdoms, the Total War Attila mod. Like some of the models have been ported over, I believe. But there is the Blackfish. So if they're going to sit back in their fort, I want to try and skirmish as many of them out as we can, but they seem to be charging. The crazed fish is coming out. Hold, brave men of House Lannister. Oh man, they did the Blackfish so dirty in the show. Such a cool character. That actor, man. I don't know. I've still got the books. I know the show has been tainted, but I don't know. I can't imagine if you were the only... Like, just talking about how bad Game of Thrones ended. I can't imagine if you watched the show first. Like, you basically just got massively killed. I'm so fortunate that I read the books before the show. I would recommend watching them back, but I don't know. I don't even know how he's going to end it now. But what a crazy drop-off. Like, Breaking Bad had a really good ending, I think. But why does that happen to so many shows? Like, they just go off the deep end. I wasn't expecting Game of Thrones to be the next Lost. to be honest. That's like the last show I remember, just going off the absolute deep end. Oh, he's actually come out there quite strong. So, not a bad tactic. Trying to sally out, close the distance on our archers, but Kevin and the Mountain should have enough forces to hold on. But fierce fighting is now broken out in the Riverlands. We need to secure it, because we can't keep the threat of Riverland incursions into the Westerlands. Gotta give it to the Blackfish. Fighting to the bitter end after being sworn in as the new Lord of Riverrun. So we've lost 17% to their 20%. Come on, bring down the Blackfish. Bring him down, bring him down. Give you 100 acres and a lordship. And 100 dragons to go with it, whoever slays the Blackfish. Ah, oh, man, he had a better death than in the show. Just trying to waste the last of our ammunition. Some of our spearmen have retreated, but we should be alright. Speed things up. Only a couple more Tullys remaining. Yeah, we've managed to knock out 71% of them. We've even got some crossbows, which are cool. Okay, move up slightly. Oh, they're starting to take some hits there. Yeah, because look, if you look at the side of that fort, it's actually like a settlement. Like, the right-hand side of the fort I would consider to be a classic medieval fort, but that built-up side part, you could nearly bring ladders up onto it. Speaking of siege equipment, we'll move up the battering ram now, though, because we want to make our way in. The remaining Tully forces loyal to Brynden have fled further back. But it's cool that there's House Targaryen in this mod, along with House Frey and Bolton as their own independent factions. I would say a little bit of a disclaimer that this mod is a little bit prone to crashes. I remember playing this mod back in, like, I don't know, 2015, 2014, before it had the map and the custom units. But I was always a little bit prone to crashes. They have fixed it on some PCs, but I always feel like I'm prone to crashes on this particular mod than anything. But you might be able to get a couple of hours of gameplay with only a couple crashes, so I do recommend it. I'll put it in the description below. But we could always go back to the World of Ice and Fire mod if you guys would like to see that. They're really making us fight for this last 100 yards of the fort. Even the Tullys have quite impressive infantry. We've initiated the countdown and we have a clear victory. Perfect. Okay, we'll auto-resolve this one. I've sent Quentin Banefort and Westerling to attack the Greyjoys and take Lord's Port, which we have. Clear victory. Now we should be able to push upon Pike and see if the King's inside. And the Lord Reaper is. So we'll fight this one. Our first battle against the Greyjoys. 4 units of ladders, 2 battering rams. Let's go. Let's move my archers up as well. So most of this army has like Westerling units in it. So the third siege for Pike, I guess. The Greyjoys are holding out. But Balon Greyjoy is inside. One down, 3 kings to go, potentially. If we can get and dispatch Balon, we are halfway through our king objective. Okay. Ram is at the gates. Let's make our way in. Fierce fighting on the walls. The Greyjoys are holding out against the Lannisters. Oh my god, so many. We lost so many horses there. I've sent my cavalry in. Hopefully we can snipe Balon. We've actually initiated the countdown. We might be able to capture the town square. Oh my god, we are. Well, we don't have to fight the rest of the forces. Oh, that's awesome. A close victory as well. And the leader of the Iron Islands is no more. That's a little bit cheeky that we managed to rush the town square. I don't know if we would have won that siege. Quentin Bainfort, not the most formidable commander. We have a couple sieges going on in Harrenhal and Saltcliffe. Oh, we've actually been attacked here by Roose Bolton. Well, we'll fight this one with Tywin, our first against House Bolton. So there he is. Tywin, the Lion of House Lannister. And here are the House Bolton forces with their Lord Roose. Okay. I'm going to flank with my cavalry on the left-hand side to try and neutralize the Boltons. I want to try and make use of our archers, but this is the main Lannister force fighting for the first time. This is the best of what the Lannisters have to offer. Managed to isolate and some target some archers here. Perfect. And the main Bolton host has engaged our front line. Bit of a grind at the moment, but my cavalry's around to try and cycle charge the rear. And again, another good charge. And we've captured the Leech Lord, I think. Here comes Rickard Karstark as reinforcements. And more Bolton cavalry. Just a bit of a grind. Still quite even. Our cavalry's harassing, cycle charging, and trying to disrupt the archers. We're winning the battle, supposedly, but it's going to be a close one. It's actually kind of funny. The Karstark is fighting for the Boltons, but we've got this one. Clear victory. And let's take Harrenhal. Our first citadel, I think. Oh, we've managed to get Corbray. Pink Maiden is going to be taken by Jaime Lannister. And we'll try and auto-resolve a couple settlements out here. Saltcliffe is now under our control. Same with Darry. That's not Tommen inside. Hammerhorn. The Wood. Minimal resistance now in the Iron Islands. Titus. I don't even know who that is. Bracken, maybe? And the King of the Iron Islands declared. Yeah. I guess Theon declared his kingship. Isn't that Timothy what's-his-face? Anyway, Fairmark is under our control, so we're basically just storming through the remaining forces. Yeah, there's like hardly any resistance now. We're definitely reaping the rewards of the good battles and fights we fought against the Boltons, Tullys, and Greyjoys. 10 Towers is nearly ours. We've nearly taken the entirety of the Iron Islands. And once we get rid of Roderick Harlaw, that's nearly all of them. The thing is, they've got a lot of territory in the north that they occupy. So that's where Theon is. And maybe the majority of the forces. They've really just abandoned the islands. Okay. I've sent 5 full stacks now to the twins. And we'll fight this one against Walder Frey, who is still siding with the Starks, even after the death of Robb. I'm assuming Bran is the Lord, but Walder Frey, let's fight the battle for the twins against these unique looking twin units. Okay. Kevin is going to take the command of this fight. It's good that we're fighting with a various amount of Lannisters. Kevin seems to be forgotten a little bit. He's in the books heaps. Now, I'm hoping my catapults can arc their shots up and over. Yeah, my catapults and trebuchet, but maybe not. So once we seize the twins, we need to push for Moat Cailin, which is a custom settlement. I want to try and play that, but we'll see how we go. And we need to seize Winterfell. Make sure the ram gets there. So the Lannisters are fighting the Freys on the walls. We've taken the walls mostly now. Just need to get our reinforcements in. I do like in this mod that as you conquer territory, you get access to the various houses and units. Because looking at this army build, right, we've got some loyal men of House Lannister, but as the Riverlands has mostly capitulated, we've got House Bracken heavy infantry fighting with us. So we'll try and make them do most of the fighting and the dying. So it's really us against the world in this series. The Tyrells are not allying with us. Same with the remaining Riverland lords. The Greyjoys left us alone in the show, really. Maybe that's because last time they raided the Westerlands, it started off the Greyjoy rebellion, and they lost. Balon lost a lot of his first and second born sons. But so far, we've managed to take out Balon and his capital. We still need Robb Stark in Winterfell. We need to eliminate Stannis and Dragonstone, Renly, and Storm's End. I did keep an army with Joffrey and King's Landing, but he's got a lot of forces down there. We didn't even need... I thought there might be a battle for King's Landing. Like the Tyrells or maybe the Baratheons might rush it, but... Nope, it did not happen, which I thought it might. So, Tywin that was hanging down there a little bit before he pushed up to Harrenhal. No point of showing it because nothing happened. But that's why Tywin was a little bit quiet early in the series. A lot of Freys here. We're going to be able to break our way through, but there's just so many generals in this. It's just taking us a little bit to sort of punch through, I guess. But so far, we're doing well. Hopefully we can complete the challenge here today. Crikey. What a grind. And the Lord of the Twins is no more. Get on, keep your wits about you. Okay, we'll night attack this one to make it 2-1. And the twins have fallen to the Lannisters. We can take Black Tide now. Is that Athelstan? Oh, it's a shame I just recognise so many of these portraits from stuff. Check out this, guys. I found Renly and Brienne of Tarth skulking around in the woods. So Tywin and Tyrek have followed Sandor here. So we'll have a pretty good battle against a full-strength Baratheons. Brienne of Tarth and King Renly. We're going to fight them in the Stormlands. Let's go. Okay. So, mostly made up of Westerland conscripts and Riverland forces. Here's Tywin. Here are the Baratheon forces. I really like the Storm and Baratheon units. They just look so cool. Oh my god, what's happened to her face? Okay, so we're going to try and close the distance on them, and they're charging us. But here he is. King Renly. They're forming up. A little bit of skirmishing going on. The Baratheons have hit my left flank quite hard here. And they're charging us. We've got a little bit of impassable terrain here, which we'll be able to use to our advantage. But we have a severe lack of cavalry and really skirmishers in this one. Our army variety wasn't the best. I was more so expecting to siege out Storm's End and not have to fight an open field battle against Brienne and Renly. We're doing okay.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half them. We are blessed.
Still 50-50. A couple of them are retreating, but this fight could really go either way. We've managed to get rid of Brienne. Oh, and we've had a game crash. Unfortunately, guys, we've had to just load the autosave. We're going to have to auto-resolve this now, which is so annoying. Our first major crash of the series. We would have won that as well. But Brienne, we got rid of Brienne, we just didn't get Renly. That's so annoying. Oh well, that's just mod sometimes, I guess. House Frey has been destroyed as well. Perfect. I wonder what they had after the twins. I've sent Quentin Bainfort and Willem Lannister to try and... I was really going to try and take the Stark forces in the north, but we've managed to find Aerion Greyjoy, the new Lord Reaper of Pike. I guess Theon was killed by Starks. I don't know. But, yeah. We've killed another leader of the Iron Islands. So that's alright. We've knocked out a fair few faction leaders today. And now we should be able to push against Storm's End. I'd love if Edric was inside, but unfortunately he's not. But Tywin can take Storm's End after eliminating Renly. So that's House Renly and his cadet Baratheon branch dealt with. Okay, so we've marched all the way to the steps of Winterfell. I tried to play the custom battle for Moat Cailin, but the game kept on crashing. So, the battle against the Starks, we're going to have to fight at Winterfell to take their capital. Small John Umber is inside. And it's a pretty large force as well. We'll attempt a night attack to hit the Starks on the outskirts first, before we salt Winterfell. Wasn't that Joffrey's grand plan? To march north and salt Winterfell like Carthage and Corinth? Well, rumoured salted Carthage and well, more or less burnt Corinth, but you get the picture. Just decimating settlements. I couldn't imagine if Joffrey did that. Like, literally marching on Winterfell is like marching on Moscow in winter. Just need a couple 100,000 horses. You might be able to do it like Napoleon. Okay, so it's actually quite interesting looking at the army build now, because we haven't got too many Lannister forces. There's a couple of Clegane and House Lannister units, but mostly it's Bracken and Blackwood units fighting under the command of Kevin Lannister. So the adage is not true that there is always a Stark in Winterfell. Small John Umber's inside. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a shame that we managed to get rid of Robb so early on. I have a feeling I thought like he spawned like closer to the Twins. Sometimes he even spawns in the north and then has to march south. But the Battle of Winterfell is about to begin. Let's try and flank there and destroy another Stark force. I do quite like that most of the factions do have catapults. Most of the Stark force is nearly in a full retreat there. A little bit unrealistic. I can't remember there being too many siege equipment like this in the books. Good charge there. The Lannister heavy cavalry is really helping us in this series. And we'll end it there and take Winterfell. Okay. So, Small John Umber is inside. Jaime's come up as reinforcements. And Winterfell has been captured by the Lannisters. I've managed to find Brandon Stark just hanging out on the far west. I had this reinforcing army heading to the Deepwood Motte, but yeah, so strange. It's mostly made up of Greyjoy and Lannister units. It was coming from the Iron Islands. Oh, he's fled back, that's annoying. Now we found Rickon in Iron Wrath. He's gone. I can't believe I didn't see this. So I marched to Storm's End, ignoring the Bronze Gate, which Stannis owned. Stannis was actually inside. Even though I fought Renly on the outskirts there. Didn't come to save his brother. So we've got Corbray here, who married Jo Hill. So we'll fight this one against Stannis. That'll be fun. Oh my god, another game crash. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, for some reason I can't play this fight against Stannis, so I'm going to have to auto-resolve it. I think the game has had enough of me. I'm just getting so many crashes now. And we'll send Tywin to take Dragonstone. It's a shame we couldn't fight against Stannis. I really wanted to. Alright, well, I think we'll wrap things up. I've played for a fair few hours here today. I can't wait to edit this one down. But we've won the War of the Five Kings, eliminating the other four and taking their capital. So the Tyrells were quite docile. The Martells were incredibly aggressive. Aegon and the Targaryens have taken Myr and some territory in the east. They look like they're pushing for Pentos. They might even take Braavos in the end. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more similar campaigns like this on the channel. The Arryns were quite neutral. The only interaction we had with them with diplomacy was we married my niece, whatever her name is. Is it Joy Hill? I can't remember. Hill, whatever her name was. To Corbray to get a decent general in. But the White Walkers are taking some territory. So I'd say this challenge video was successful. We completed our objective, and Joffrey Baratheon is still alive. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you'd like to stay connected with me. Let me know feedback and suggestions for the video. Gotta say a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tal, Liam B, Kyle P, Tom C, and Wyatt P. So thanks guys, my name has been Simpzy, much love from Australia, goodbye.